Hi, this is Dr. Weideman, and I'm your professor for this class for the spring semester. This short video will introduce you to our My Courses course and also to our MyMathLab course. Let's explore the My Courses course first. From the course homepage, which is where you'll always land when you first log in, you'll have several options. Notice that news items will be posted right here, along with calendar items. And let's click on Begin here. I'm going to go to Course Content first. And the most important one on this tab is going to be Begin here. And notice the syllabus is also available at the top of the table of contents, but we're going to focus right now on Begin here in the table of contents. And the Begin here module contains a lot of important information that you're going to want to look at first to start the course. There's a copy of the syllabus here. There's a detailed weekly schedule that lists all of the assignments and activities that we'll cover in the course. I suggest that you print that out and keep that close to your computer. There's a checklist to help you get started in the first week. There's a welcome to MAT1100 message, which also includes a link to this video that you're listening to now. The course syllabus is also here, a course syllabus quiz rather. You must complete this quiz with a score of 100% to gain access to the remaining course materials in My Courses. And your first discussion topic is also here. Introduce yourself and learn about the syllabus. And there's also an Ask a Question forum located here where you can post questions to your classmates for their input. And also in this module, how to be successful in the course. An important part of this one is the MyMathLab materials, which has information on registering in MyMathLab, some troubleshooting tips, and so forth. I also wanted to mention while we're here that there are 4 cycles in the course. Right now at the beginning of the course you're only going to see 2 of those cycles unlocked. These are the 2 that we'll cover before the midterm. There's also a cycle 2 and a cycle 3 that we'll cover in the second half of the class. I want to also mention that we have weekly live chat sessions, and our chat sessions will be held on Mondays at 3 o'clock. These are optional, they're not required. If you can attend, that would be great. If you're not able to attend, the link that I provide here to go to the live chat can also be used to access a recording of the chat that you could watch later. And I also post the material that we'll cover during the chat that you might want to print out so you can follow along. Let's take a look at one of the cycle modules. These are all set up in the same format. There's an introduction at the top. There are some instructions here. There's an introduction, there's a listing of your MyMathLab readings and videos, your MyMathLab assignments. Sometimes there's helpful handouts. In Cycle 1 we'll be covering unit conversions and some geometry. And then there's a discussion topic for each cycle, and that's also included in here with instructions and also the grading criteria. Returning to the top toolbar, I wanted to point out also calendar, and I've posted all the important dates for the class in here, things like when the class begins, when we have our weekly chat sessions, and things like that. Also want to point out how to get to MyMathLab. So on our course homepage, the very first time, you're going to go to the bottom, left-hand side rather, and click on the Pearson widget. The first time you click on this, there's going to be some steps to go through to get registered. If you already have an account, you want to link your account to this course and enter the course access ID code that came in the kit that you purchased for the class. Once you've done that, you'll use this link always to access MyMathLab, and you'll click on Opening MyLab and Mastering. And just briefly, I want to show you what's included in the course so you're familiar with it. On the left toolbar, the cycles that you see, and my course is also shown here in MyMathLab, and each of these includes the material that goes along with the textbook material that goes with the particular cycle. And down here is the assignments. And I'm going to point out to you, up top here you can list all of the assignments, or you could just show just the homework, let's say, and also it may be just for one cycle, like say cycle 1. And the first assignment is always going to be the textbook and videos that go to that section, and then the second one's going to be the actual homework, and the due date is shown right here. And then if we want to show the tests, or we could show all assignments, and we're still in cycle 1 here, so if I scroll down for cycle 1, there's quite a bit of sections in there. And notice there's a little flag here, and that tells me for the quiz for cycle 1, in order to get access to that, I have to score at least 60% on each of the homeworks. Notice you have 3 attempts on the quizzes. Again, I look forward to working with you during the semester, and feel free to email me if you have any questions about the course.